Ready to go. Ready to ride. Alright, men of Israel, Mariam. Alright, Shar. No, you gonna blow the horn first? Alright, Shar, state your registry.
Come on, sir. Shar, Bun Yahanna, Bun Yashar.
Shar, Bun Yahanna, Bun Yashar.
Yahweh Bashem Yashar Rock a Thumb.
Yahweh Bashem Yashar Rock a Thumb. Where that child was? Where that child is at? Grab it with that. There you go.
La Yashar.
Alright, blow the horn.
Come.
Alright. Gonna cover the Torah. Pick it up. Mariam. Got it. What's that for?
Lock the lights.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Mariam walking hot with them. Gonna turn right towards the east. Alright, brother's gonna start off in English, in Hebrew. I'm gonna finish it off in English, the prayers.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemaka. Yahweh. Lalakwa. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Ashar. Ba'arataza. Tawa. Hayah. Ba'ashamayam. Nadam. Lanawa. Lakam. Kaw. Yawan. Wasalak. Kawawat Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kawawayanawa. Wala'a. Tabaya Nawa. Banasha Yawan. Abba. Hawasanawa. Mayam. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha Allah. Wahatapara. La'awalayam. Amen.
What he said in the English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahweh Shah. Barak Lanaw. Wayasha'ala. Wahabayat. Sapurn. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Israel.
Israel.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
English. Oh, like it. In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
In the name.
In the name.
Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Hahorim.
Hahorim.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashah.
Ashah.
Shemayim.
Samayam.
Waharatazah.
Waharatazah.
Al-Yatan.
Al-Yatan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Wagara.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Shamaraka.
Shamraka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamor.
Shamamor.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamaraka.
Samarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalaka.
Tazaka.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Yah.
Yama'akad.
Yama'akad.
Yawaman.
Yawaman.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakar.
Yakaka.
Wayarka.
Wayarka.
Balayala.
Bayalala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka. Makara.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Ata.
Ata.
Napashaka.
Napashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza akataka.
Taza akataka.
Hold on, say that again.
Taza ataka.
Taza ataka.
Taza'aka.
Taza
aka.
Wabawa aka.
Wabawa aka.
Ma'ata.
Ma'ata. Wa.
Awalam.
All right, what he said in the English. I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up thine eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
from this time forth
Even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim. Al.
Demaya.
Yamaya.
Laka.
Lakara. Al.
Takararash.
Takararash.
Wa'al.
Wa'al.
Tashakwat.
Tashakwat.
Al. Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awayabayaka.
Awayabayaka.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al. Amaka.
Amaka.
Ya'ari.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ari Yamwa.
Ya'ari.
Sawara.
Sawara.
Wayata.
Wayata.
It's Sawada.
Sawada. Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Ya'atazawa.
Wayatazawa.
Al.
Taza Pawan Yaka.
Tazapawanika.
Amara.
Amara.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wana.
Take your time.
Come on, Wana Kadam.
Wana kadam.
Wanna copy them.
Wana Kakni.
Sit down.
Magawaya.
Magawaya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Atazawa.
Naza atawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yaka Arawa.
Yakar Arawa.
Alayaka.
Alayakar.
Baryath.
Baryath.
Yakarata.
Yakarata.
Alya.
Alya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa. Yashama.
Yashama.
Allah.
Allah.
Yam.
Yam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagari.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalaka.
Wa'amalaka.
Palasha.
Palasha.
Am Yashabaya.
Yashabaya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam.
Agam.
Hashawar.
Hashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Amam.
Amam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zara'a.
Zara'a.
Labanya.
Laban.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Asha.
Asha.
Baham. Kamadayan.
Kamadayan.
Kashaya.
Kasaya.
Shara.
Shara.
Kaya Bayan.
Kaya bunyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyash.
Koyash.
Wan.
Waran.
Nashamadawa. Nasham. Nashamadwan.
Nashamadu.
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
The Ark.
The Ark.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Adamat.
Adama.
Shayatamawa.
Nayasam tawa.
Nara.
Nada.
Mawa.
Yamawa.
Ka'ar.
Ka'ar.
Wakaza haba.
Wakaza aba.
Wakahazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakataza.
Wakataza.
Mana.
Mana.
Ka.
Ka.
Nashaya kamwa.
Nashaya kamu.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amara.
Amara.
Nayarasha.
Nayashawa.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Naawa.
Naawa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamawa.
Shayasamawa.
Kagaya.
Kagaya.
Kokash.
Kokash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rawaka.
Rawaka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Ta'abarai.
Ta'abarai.
Ya'ar.
Ya'ar.
Wa. Kalahaba.
Kalahaba.
Talahat. Harayim.
Harayim.
Khan. The rada.
Taradatma.
Basha Arayaka.
Basha Arayaka.
Wabasa. Wapat. Tabahalam. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Waya. Babukasha. Shamakwa. Yahau. Yabashawa. Waya. Bahalawa. Adiyah. Waya. Kapawa. Waya. Abadwa. Waya. Da'awa. Kaya. Atha. Shamakwa. Yahawa. Labako. Ayawan. Akahara Aratiza.
No sweat. In the English. Keep not thy silence. O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee. Have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said. Come. Let us cut them off. From being a nation. In the name of Israel. Be no more. In remembrance. For they have consulted. Together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Israelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. The inhabitants of Tyre. Shar is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. So lie. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their numbers like Arad. And like Zaeb. Yea. All their princes as Zabah. And as Zamunah. Who said, Let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh. In possession. O Yahweh. Make them like a wheel. As a stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. Make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forevermore. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Of all the earth. Right. Well, was that the last one?
Come on.
All right, Shar. All right, you can go ahead and put that down. All right, Yeshabi, which means to sit. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into Genesis 15 or 17? Was it 17?
17.
17 chapters. We'll finish up on what it was on 15, 14, 15?
Come on, Council
15 verse. All right. So for those who are tuning in, what we usually do is we have a brother speak it or read the scriptures in the Hebrew, and then he reads it in the English, and of course we go through the scriptures and explain what it's talking about. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Go ahead. You got it. All right. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
Come on, sir.
Make sure y'all, Salaki, if I could, make sure y'all taking notes. If you're tuning in right now, this is our Sabbath class. We have Sabbath class every Saturday. You understand? We have classes Monday through Friday. If you're in the South Carolina area, make sure that you get in contact. Our South Carolina number should be on this post. Make sure you get in contact with us. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 15. Waya Amor. Alahayim. Alarahayim. Alaraham. Slap. Shariah. Ashathka. La'a. Taqwa Ra'a. Ata. Shema. Shariah. Kaya. Shara. Shema. Verse 16. Wadara Kataya. Ata. Ataha. Wakwam. Kata Taya. Mamana. Laka. Ban. Waba Rakath Yaha. Waba Rakathya. Waha Yata. Lakwa Rayam. Mala Kaya. Yamayam. Salaki. Tizam Mayam. Mamana. Waha Yawa. Waya Pala. Wayapal. Wayapal. Abara Abarayam. Tizal. Panayawa. Panayawa. Waya Tiza Koka. Waya Amar. Bala Bawa. Hala Ban. Halaban. Ma'aha Shana Yawa Lada. Wa'am Shara Habath Tizawam Shana Dalad. Verse 18. Waya Amar. Abba Raham. Allah. Salah. Ha'alahayim. Luwa. Yeshama Tza Allah. Yakayaha. Lapan Yaka. Verse 19. Waya Amar. Alahayim. Abal. Shara. Ashatan. Waladath. Lana. Ban. No, it's lock. Lock. Laka. Ban. Wakwa. Ra'ath. Ata. Shamar. Wataza. Kakwa. Waha. Wahama Kwathia. Ata. Baraya Taya. Ataya. Laba Rayath. Tizal Walam. Ladara Tizawa. Ladara Tizayo. Akara Yawa. Verse 20. Walaya Shema Tiza Allah. It's like I put that together. Walaya Shah Mataza Al. Shema Tizata Yaka Hana Barakathia Atawa Waha Paraya Taya Atawa Waha Rabadia Taya Atawa Bama Ada Ma'ad Sinayam Tiza Shara Nishaya Wayalaya Wana Tatawa Tatanayo Lakwa Waya Gada Wala.
What verse you on?
At the beginning of 21.
Okay. You started on which one?
I started on 15, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. Wa Ata Bara Yataya Aquayam Ata Wataza Kakwa Ashar Talad Lakar Salaki Shariah Lama Watazad Hazaha Bashar Nahaf Ha'a Kwarath. Verse 22. Waya Kala Lada Mara Atawa Waya Tazal Alahayim Matazal Abraham. Verse 23.
That's it right there. That's 15. What is that, 7 verses?
Come on, sir.
All right, okay, so now in English.
Come on.
All right, so we in Genesis chapter 17, started at verse 15, and he just got done reading the Hebrew from 15 all the way up to verse 22. Now in the English.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis chapter 17, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High said unto Abraham.
And the Most High did what?
Said unto Abraham.
Keep going.
As for Sarah, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarah, but Sarah.
What did he say to Abraham? Read it again.
Come on, sir. As for Sarah, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarah, but Sarah shall be her name.
So in this scripture, the Lord is changing Sarah's name. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 16. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her.
Right, and also, if I'm not mistaken, that translates to Shara in the Hebrew. All right, and Shara, if I'm not mistaken, and if any one of y'all could, find that out for me later on, if y'all Hebrew scholars, if I'm not mistaken, Shara translates to princess of the power. You understand? So she was given that name. Read.
Come on, son. Yeah, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations.
And she shall be a mother of nations. So Shara was going to be, the Lord is going to make Shara a mother of nations. All right, that's an excellent blessing for a woman, man, to be given the opportunity you know, the blessing to be able to give birth to many children that are going to become nations, man. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Kings of people shall be of her.
Kings of people shall be of her. There are going to be mighty kings, noblemen that are going to come out of her loins, man. You understand? Read.
Come on, sir. Verse 17. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed.
Abraham fell upon his face and laughed. What did he laugh? What is he laughing for? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. And said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old?
He said, how in the world can I have a child? I'm 100 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because in his mind, at his age, you know, he probably feel like he's shooting blanks. He ain't be able to have no more damn children. You're 100 years old. You ain't thinking about having no more damn children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's Abraham, man. He fell, his face started laughing. He's like, how the hell am I going to have children? I'm 100 years old. Keep reading.
And shall Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear?
And how in the world is Sarah? How is Shar going to have, how in the hell is she going to have babies? You know, she's 90-something years old. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was laughing. It just tickled him that the Lord told him that they was going to have children. He's at an age where it's like uncommon, you know, especially in this day and time, in this time period, to be able to have children. But that just goes to show you the power of the Most High and the miracles that the Lord can perform.
That's right.
To allow a woman who is at the age of 90 or a man at the age of 100 to be able to produce offspring, man, to have children. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 18. And Abraham said unto the Most High, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee.
You understand? So Abraham is also saying, you know, make sure, you know, make sure Ishmael gets a blessing. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 19. And the Most High said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
See, now he's letting you know where our lineage comes from. You understand? He's blessing her with a son named Isaac, and Isaac is going to be who he established the covenant with. You understand? And what is that covenant? Any one of y'all brothers can answer as well. What is that covenant? Go ahead, Doc.
That covenant was had the blessings of everything, like the earth and everything, and be in rulership over this planet.
Damn right. You understand? To be the rulers, to be the priests and prophets of this earth, to be in rulership in this earth, to have dominion on this entire earth, man. You understand? And that's what was given unto Sarah, to have Isaac. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold.
He's saying, as for Ishmael, because the Lord is, you know, he's fair. The Lord is going to give Ishmael his blessing. Now keep reading.
Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall be begat.
Damn right. Now, this right here is a scripture. You understand? And this is a scripture that a lot of Muslims try to use to say that the Arabs or that Islam is right for black people. You know what I'm saying? Because they think that they believe this is what they say, that this is what they try to say as far as Ishmael. They're saying that Ishmael got robbed of, you understand, of the promise or something to that effect. Some of the stuff that these the Muslims and the fake Israelites they talk about. But this scripture right here is just saying that the Lord is blessing you understand, Ishmael, who we know is the progenitor forefathers of the Arabs. This is just his blessing that the Lord has given them. You know what I'm saying? But this does not mean that the Arabs have the covenant.
Right.
This does not mean that Ishmael has the covenant.
Right.
Because the covenant was given to who? Read that scripture again.
Come on, sir. And as for Ishmael, I have
the scripture right before it.
come on, sir. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him.
And he will do what?
Establish my covenant with him.
He's going to establish his covenant with Isaac. He's going to bless Ishmael with 12 princes, but he's going to establish his covenant with who?
With Isaac.
With Isaac. All right, so you won't be confused. All right, this covenant is for not the Arabs, you understand, but for Israel. Even the Quran tells you who the blessings is for and who God, and who God is for.
Right.
And that's for the Israelites, man.
That's right.
For you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. All right, keep reading.
For an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly.
Right.
12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
All right, you make him a great nation, no sweat. You're gonna get your little glory. You know, you're gonna get this 12. You're gonna get these 12 princes, but that doesn't mean he's getting the covenant.
Right.
He's not getting what the Lord promised unto Israel. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 21. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
But my covenant I will establish with who?
With Isaac.
With Isaac. Keep reading.
Which Shar shall bear unto thee.
With Shar, princess of the power, is going to bear unto thee. Keep going.
At this set time in the next year.
All right. Was that it on that?
We got two more.
We'll go ahead.
Verse 22. And he left off taking with him. And God went up from Abraham. Verse 23.
That's it?
That's what we start.
All right, no sweat. Go ahead into the...
Come. Wayakwak. Salaki. Abraham. Atah. Yeshua. Matazah. Al. Salaki. Banawa. Wa'ath. Kal. Yala. Yedaya. Bayat Tawa. Wa'ata. Kal. Makwa Salakia. Makwa Nath. Kasa Para. Kala. Kal. Zakara. Ba'a Nashawa. Bayath. Abraham. Wayamal. Ata. Bashar. Tizah. Relatams. Tizam. Hayawam. Hazaha. Ka'a Shara. Dabar. Atawa. Alahaya. Verse 24. Wa'aba Raham. Abraham. Ban. Tashah Tazah Yama. Wata Shatazah. Shana. Baha Malawa. Bashar. Tazara Latawa. Verse 25. Wayasha Matazah Allah. Banawa. Ban. Shalash. Tazah Shara. Shana. Baha Malawa. Ata. Bashar. Tazar Relathua. Verse 25 and 26. So verse 26. But Tazam. Hayawam. Hazaha. Nama Wallah. Namawal. Abraham. Wayasham Taza Al. Banawa. 27. Wakal. Anashaya. Select. Bayat Tawa. Yalayad. Select. Bayath. Wama Konath. Kasa. Kazapa. Ma'ath. Ban. Nakar. Nama. Lawa. Atawa. Pa. Verse 18. Yakwa. Wayara'a. Alayawa. Yahweh. Baal Naya. Mamara. Waha. Yeshar. Patah. Ha'al. Kakwam. Hayawam. Verse 2. Wayasha'a. Tizayanawa. Wayara'a. Waha Naha. Salashaha. Anashayam. Natazar Rayam. Tazaliyawa. Wayara'a. Wayarataza. Lakwa Ra'atham. Wapataf. Hala. Wayashath. Kawa. Arataza. Verse 3, 23. Like it. That's it out of once.
All right, go ahead to the English.
Come on. All right. So we got 23. Nope, it's like 23 on this one. Come on. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin, in the selfsame day, as the Most High had said unto him. Verse 24. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
Go back to the top.
Come on, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in that self-same day, as the Most High said unto him. Verse 24, and Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
What is circumcision according to what this is talking about?
It's like,
Go ahead,
it's the removal of your foreskin, I don't know.
That's right. And what was it done for? Go ahead,
It's like, so it was like a token to the Most High, like a gesture of pain, to show the Most High that you was committed to Him.
Right. That's right. That's exactly right. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Verse 25, and Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. Verse 26, in the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised, and Ishmael his son. Verse 27, and all the men of his house, born in the house and bought with the money of the stranger, were circumcised with him. Chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. Verse 2. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself towards the ground.
Okay. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 3. And said, my Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant.
Read.
Come on. Keep reading, sir.
Oh, no, was that the last one?
Come on. That was
okay. All right, read it back from the top, so like.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 23. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male amongst the men of
Abraham. Like I meant chapter 18.
Come on, sir.
Chapter 18, so like.
This is chapter 18, book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. Verse 2. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door,
right,
and bowed himself towards the ground. Verse 3. And said, my Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee,
right, so
from thy servant.
Right, all right, so I'll explain that more as we go into it. Go ahead and go back to the Hebrew.
Come on,
go to the
sir.
next 7 verses.
Come on, sir.
But we'll tie it all in together.
Gotcha. Come on. Yakokwa. Na'a. Matazat. Mayam. Wara Kwatazawa. Rakwa. Laya Kam. Waha, Shataza Nawa, Takat, Hataza. Like verse 5. Wa'a Kwaka, Path, Laquam, Wasa Taza Dawa, Labakam, Akara, Tataza, Bawa, Kaya, Tazal, Khan, Tazal, Bawatam, Tazal, Tazah, Badakam, Wayamarawa, Khan, Tazah Shahah, Ka'a Shara, Daba Rata. Verse 6. Waya Mahar, Abba Raham, Abraham, Ha'a Halah, Allah, Shara, Waya Amar, Salaki, Maharaya, Salash, Sa'ayam, Komak, Salath, Lawashaya, Wataza Shaya, Taza Kwayath. Verse 7. Wa'alaha Bakwa, Rataza, Abraham, Waya Kwaka, Bankor, Raka, Watawa, Wayatan, Allah, Hana Tazar, Waya Mahar, La Tazar, Shawath, Atawa, verse 8. Waya Kwak, Salaki, Kama Aha, Waka Laba, Wakala, Waban, Haban Kara, Ashar, Taza Shaha, Wayatan, Lapa, Naham, Waha Ya'a, Taza Maya, Salaki, Tazamar, Taza Lahayim, Takath, Ha Taza, Waya Akalwa, verse 9. Waya Marawa, Allah Yawa, Ayah, Sarah, Asathka, Waya Amara, Slaki, Hanaha, Ba'a Hala, verse 10. Waya Mara, Shawab, Asha Waba, Alayak, Katzath, Kaya, Wanahan, Ban, Lashara, Ashafka, Washa Raha, Shema Tzath, Patathka, Ha'al, Waha, Wahawa, Aka, Rayawa. Come on, son.
All right. Now, go all the way back to verse 1 in that chapter.
Come on.
I want to tie that together into this chapter. Go ahead.
Come on, son. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre.
Right.
And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door.
Who is these men? Go ahead, Bond.
So they're angels.
They're angels. That's exactly right. All right.
Come on.
Keep going.
Come on, sir. And bowed himself toward the ground.
And bowed himself towards the ground. Keep going.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant.
He's saying, please stay here a while. You know what I'm saying? Stay here. Stay around here a little bit longer. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 4. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get some water prepared for you so I can wash your feet. So you want to take care of them, man.
Come.
Right? Keep going.
Come on, sir. And rest yourselves under the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts.
Right. This is Abraham showing hospitality to these angels, man. Yeah. Being a good host, man. You understand? Keep going.
After that, ye shall pass on. Therefore.
And then after that, after we do that, if you want to leave, you can go ahead and do what you got to do. But let me show you this hospitality first. Let me,
That's right.
Let me take care of you. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. After that, ye shall pass on.
Mm-hmm.
For therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, so do as thou hast said. Verse 6. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth.
What is he telling her to do? Go ahead.
So she asking him to go ahead and he's asking her to go ahead and prepare bread, like cakes for the.
Yeah, make some bread. That's all. When it says get some, what does it call it? The bread, some grain. What does it call it? Read that scripture, that part again.
Come on, sir. 3 measures of fine meal.
3 measures of fine meal.
Knead it.
And knead it. What does it mean to knead? When you knead bread.
It's a lucky, sir.
Give it a good guess.
Is it it's lucky. Is it
go ahead.
How they call it? Is it the flour? It's lucky. No.
Go ahead,
sir. It's kind of like when you're trying to work it into like a dough, like.
Tell them right. That's what kneading is. You ever seen somebody take a rolling pin, throw a little bit of flour on it, and roll it, and and do that, roll it.
Come on,
that's kneading. You working it. Go ahead,
It's like, so if I can, I would just we was going over verse 1. It was like for those nuts out there who be thinking when they say they heard the voice of the Lord talking to them, and it was just like when it says, in verse 1, when it says the Lord had spoke to Abraham, but it was just pretty much his servants came and spoke to him.
That's an excellent observation. The Lord does not speak directly to anyone, man, unless he wants to. You understand? But inside of Scripture, any time that it says the voice of the Lord appeared unto whoever it is, whether it's Isaiah or Ezekiel or Amos or Habakkuk or Abraham or Samson, whoever it is in the Bible, if it says the Lord appeared unto Abraham or spoke unto Abraham, it is referring to an angel. Because what are angels? They're the voice of the Most High.
That's right.
They gonna speak what the Most High would speak. You understand? Just like when we go out and we prophesy on the streets, you understand? We are speaking of the Most High.
Right.
You understand? We are the voice of the Lord out there on the streets, man. You understand? So that was an excellent point. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 7. And Abraham ran into the herd and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it into a young man, and he hasted to dress it.
Yeah, Abraham went and got a nice young calf, gave it to his servant, and told him to go cook this thing up. I want you to go ahead and slaughter it, prepare it, season it up, and go ahead and cook it. That's what he told him to do. Keep going.
Come on, verse 8. And he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. Verse 9. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. Verse 10. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son.
Say what?
Sarah thy wife shall have a son.
What did they just reveal to her? The same thing that was already revealed to Abraham, which was what?
That she was like herself.
Go ahead.
That she would bear a son.
That she was going to bear a son. Was that it on that? Was you on that verse?
Allah.
Go ahead.
And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Verse 11. No, still like we didn't get there.
Yeah. Now we're going to go ahead and do 7 more verses. We'll probably close it out from there.
Come on, cousin. Verse 11 is the Tanakh, Genesis chapter 18, verse 11. Wa'ah Baraham Washara Zakwa Nayam Ba'ayam Salaki Bayam Ya Salaki Mayam Kadal Laha Yawath Lashara Asha Salaki Arak Kana Shayam, verse 12. Yata Tzakwa Shara Bakwa Rabah La'a Mara Akariya Bala Taya Haya Taha Laya Tazad Naha Wa'a Denaya Zakwan 13 Waya'a Mara Yahweh Allah Abraham Lamah Zaha Taza Kakwa Shara La'amara Ha'a Salaki Ha'apa Ama Nama Salaki Ama Nama Alada Na'a Naya Zakwa Nathaya, verse 14. Haya Pala'a Maya Hawaha Zabara Lama Watazad Ashawaba Allah Yana Katzath Kayaha Wala Shara Baza Ban Salaki Verse 15. Wata kakash salaki. Bala. Let me do that over. Verse 15. Wata kakash. Shara. La'a mara. La'a. Tazaka. Kotaya. Kaya. Yara aha. Waya amar. La'a. Kaya. Taza Korkath. Verse 16. Wayakwa Mawa. Masham. Ha'a Nisham. Nashayam. Wayashakwa Pawa. Tazal. Panawa. Saddam. Wa Abraham. Halak. Yamam. Lasha Laquam. Verse 17. Wayaha. Waha. Ashar. Kamaka Saha. Anaya. Abraham. Ashar. Anaya. Taza Sha'a. Come on, sir. What's verse 18?
Yep, in English.
Come on. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 9.
Okay.
And they said unto him, Salaki, sir, I'm sorry.
Verse 10, I believe, is it, or 11?
Verse 11. Come on. Book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Now Abraham and Sarah were old and were stricken in age. And it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Verse 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also. Verse 13. And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh?
I go back to it again, to go back to where you started.
Come on, sir. Book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Verse 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure?
So what was going on? What was being said right here? Go ahead.
Salaki, so if I may, in sarcasm, she actually was doubting that she would have a son in her old age of time.
Right. She laughed at it. You understand? And keep reading.
Come on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord being old also.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. And the Lord said unto Abraham.
So she said, I'm old. And my husband old. I mean, it's simple. I'm old, my husband old. She just couldn't believe it. Same as way as how Abraham laughed when he had heard that she was gonna, be with child. That the Lord was gonna allow her to have a child. Keep going.
Come on, sir. And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh?
We said, why did she laugh? Go ahead.
Saying, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Verse 14. Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee.
What did it say again? 14 say again?
Come on. Is anything too hard for the Lord?
Is anything what?
Too hard for the Lord.
Is there anything that's too hard for the Most High?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is there anything too damn hard? Let me tell you something. It ain't nothing hard for the Most High, man.
Right.
And as you can see, the miracles that are being performed in the ISUPK is proof it ain't nothing too hard for the Most High, man. You look at these brothers and these sisters in the schools who used to be on drugs, who used to be, gangbangers, who used to be in and out of the prison system, who used to be filthy and disgusting, and look how righteous and glorious they are. It ain't nothing too hard for the Most High, man. Those are miracles that the Lord has allowed to happen. So can a woman being 100 years old have a baby? Damn right they can if the Most High wants them to.
Right.
Just like in this epidemic right now where you got people dying left and right from the COVID-19 virus.
That's right.
Right? The Lord could choose to keep you, to allow you to live or to kill you.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? What does the scripture say? I kill, I make alive.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord has that power. You understand? So now with that being said, if the Lord allows you to live through this, man, the Lord, it's possible, even that particular thing, it's possible for a woman to be able to have a child at that age, man. Because the Lord allows that to happen. There's nothing too hard for the Most High. There's nothing you can think of that the Lord can't allow to happen, man. Go ahead.
Come on, concept. At the time appointed, I will return unto thee, according to the time of life. And Sarah shall have a son.
This is Sarah is going to have a child. Next time I return, she is going to have a child. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 15. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laugh not.
Sarah tried to play it off like, nah, I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh. Go ahead.
For she was afraid.
Because she was afraid. You know what I'm saying? Doubting the power of the Most High. Come on now.
Come on.
Yeah, you better retract them statements quick. It's the Lord you talking about.
Damn right.
Who says that nothing is hard. Is there anything hard for the Lord? No, it's nothing hard. The Lord has power over everything and can make anything that you think is impossible happen.
Right.
Keep going.
Come on, concept. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh.
You did laugh. Keep going.
Verse 16. And the men rose up from thence and looked toward Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. Verse 17. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Verse 18. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. Verse 19. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do just and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him.
What was the plan that he was talking about? Go ahead, Abon.
Salaki,
Or whoever knows it, raise your hand.
Salaki, so is it the promise?
No. He said, should I hide from him his plan? Now remember, can't be the promise because he already told him that he was giving him Isaac. What is the plan that he's talking about? Let's read it again.
Come on, sir.
What plan is he talking about? Is he saying, should I hide my plan from Abraham? Go ahead.
So it was him discussing about destroying Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
That's what his plan was. And when you read further into the chapter, and we're going to go into it, we're going to go into this chapter next Sabbath. But when you go further to the chapter, that's when Abraham started asking him, how if there's this many people there, would you still spare his land? And the Lord said, I will spare his land if you can find this many people, that is still righteous in there.
Right.
So we're going to go into that. Was there any more in that scriptures? Was we done at the last one?
I said that was it. I don't know.
All right, so next Sabbath we'll go and we'll finish that up. All right, then Israel, Mario. First. This man right here. Charles. Once again,
La Yashral.
all right, we're going to go and do the prayers once again. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and read it in the Hebrew for y'all.
Come on.
All right. All right. Shar, turn towards the east. All right, Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malach, Ratazaka, Hayah, Shar, Arataza, Hayah, Hashemayim, Nathan, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kasalak Lanawa, Tabayanawa, Manasaya 1, Ball, Hawashayanawa, Young, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahatapari, Wa'awalamyam, Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Bless Israel, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Barak, Wayasha'ala, Wahabayat Sapari, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magun, all of Israel, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, the water, Aman.
What we just said in the English was, bless Israel. Lord, in the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless heal. Shield, protect. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Haharya. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Azarya. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayam. Wa'arataza. Aliyatan. Lamawat. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Anah. La'ah. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yah, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Yarak, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Kara, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Ma'aitha,
Psalms 121 in the English, what we just said was, I will lift up my eyes. Unto the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help coming from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade. Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
And from this time forth.
And then from this time forth,
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalakah.
Al-Damayalakah.
Al-Bakarash.
Al-Karash.
Wa'al.
Wa'al.
Dashakwat.
Dashakwat.
All.
All.
Kayahanna.
Kayahanna.
Awabayak. Salagi. Awaya. Awayayaka.
Awabayaka.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amakah.
Al-Amakah.
Ya'ira Yamawa.
Ya'ira Yamawa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'ayatazawa.
Al-Tazapawanka.
Al-Tazapawanka.
Amarwa.
Amara.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakyak. What's like it? Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magaw. Salaki. Magaw ya.
Magaya.
Wala Ayazakar.
Waya Azakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Na Awatazawa.
Nawat Azatazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Lakadwa.
Lakad.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Baya.
Yakara. Salaki. Yakara Watha.
Yakara Wata.
Al-Yala.
Aliyah.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama.
Wayashama.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagari.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Ya'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'amala.
Palasha.
Palasha.
Ayashabya.
Amiyashabi.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Damashawar.
Damashawar.
Nanawa.
Nanawa.
Aimam.
Aman.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawa.
Zarawa.
Labanya Lawat.
Alabari Nawa.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Asha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadyan.
Kamadi.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'a.
Sara'a.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Salagyan. Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Dama.
La'adama.
Adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yamawa.
Yamawa.
Ka'ira.
Ka'ara.
Wakazaba.
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 Wakazatazal.
Wakazatazal.
Manad.
Manad.
Kalnasa. Salagi. Kalnasa Yakma. Salagi. Kalnasa.
Kanasa.
Yakamwa.
Yakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amaru.
Salagi. I will next. Verse 13. Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalia Galia.
Kagari Gari.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rakar.
Wakal.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Da'ira.
Ka'ira.
Salagia. Taba'ira Ya'ira.
Taba'ari Ya'ira.
Wakala Haba.
Wakala Abba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haharium.
Hahari.
Kantara Salagia. Karn.
Kan.
Taradatma.
Tawadat.
Basa Irika.
Basa Ira.
Wabasa.
Balasa.
Wapatka.
Wapatka.
Tabahalam.
Tawahalam.
Bala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Palawan.
Panawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Bakwashwa.
Bakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Bahala. Salagia. Bahalwa.
Bahawa.
Ayai.
Adi'ai.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Kapara.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Da'ira.
Waya Da'ai.
Kaya Atha.
Kaya Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Ilawan.
Alawan.
Al-Kaharataza.
Al-Kalarataza.
What we just said in the English was, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a turmoil,
For though thine enemies make them tumble,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
the Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gebal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre,
with the inhabitants of Tyre,
Ashur,
Ashur,
also was joined with them.
joined with them.
They have hoping.
They are hoping.
The children of Lot,
The children of Lot,
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them,
do unto them,
as unto the Midianites,
as the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
and the
Kishon,
brook of Son,
which perished at Endor.
which passed at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became down against the earth.
Make their nobles like Arab,
Make their nobles like a
and
red,
like Zaid.
and like Zahir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the princes as Zabah,
And all the princes as Zabah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Amunah,
who said,
who said,
let us take ourselves
let us take
the
ourselves
houses of
the
Yahweh
houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as they stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill thy faces with shame,
Fill thy faces with shame,
that they may seek the name of Yahweh.
that they may seek the name of Yahweh.
Let them be confounded in trouble
Let them be confounded in trouble
forever.
forever.
Yeah.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame and perish,
let them be put to shame and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high
Art the
over
mo-
all the earth.
are the most high over all the earth.
All right. Blessings and curses. The curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
And all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shar.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils.
Send evil
And curses.
and curses
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
and destruction
And death.
And death.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak.
that speak
Against us.
against
The
us,
prophets.
the prophets,
The teachers.
the teachers,
The princes.
the princes,
The priests.
the priests,
The Israelite brothers.
the Israelite
And
brothers,
the school.
and the schools,
Send evil.
send evil
And curses.
And curses.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
and destruction
And death.
and death
Send to the heathen.
to the heathen,
And shake loose.
and shake loose
The pockets.
the pockets
Of the rich.
of the rich
Of Israel.
of Israel
That refuse.
that refuse
To give to the schools.
to get to the school,
Force their riches.
force their riches,
To enter into thy
to
sanctuary.
enter into thy sanctuary,
Send evils.
send evil
And curses.
and curses
And punishment.
and punishment
And destruction.
and destruction
And death.
and death
To the Edomites.
to the Edomites,
And the nations.
of the nation,
And their drug dealers.
and their drug
The
dealers,
court system.
court system,
The prison system.
prison system,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church,
The Pope.
the Pope,
Islam.
Islam,
Christianity.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinhead.
Skinhead,
Posse Comitazi.
Posse Comitazi,
The gay movement.
the gay
The
movement,
lesbian movement.
the lesbian movement,
Spy.
spy,
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
That's the space program.
that's the space program,
Army. Navy.
the Navy,
Air Force.
Air Force,
Marine.
Marine,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet.
open up the internet
And the airwaves.
and the
The
airwaves,
cable access channel.
and the cable access
And
channel,
the radio channel.
and the radio channel,
Convict the spirit.
convict the spirit
Of any of thy people.
of many of our people
That seek to stop us.
that seek to stop us,
And bring and bring swift death.
and bring swift
To
death
all the heathen.
to all the heathen
That
that
stand in the way.
stand in the way,
Or try to stop us.
or try to stop
From
us
broadcasting.
from broadcasting
Your words.
your word
Throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet
Let
Earth.
loose all the terrorists.
Let loose all the terrorists,
Cause them to go to and fro.
cause us to go to and
Through
fro
the earth and destroy.
through the earth and destroy
Cause the terrorists
for all the
to
terrorists
come against America.
to come against
And
America
destroy them.
and destroy
That
them,
stronghold.
and that
Let
stronghold,
America shake.
let America shake
At the hands of the terrorists.
at the hands of the
That
servants.
Let Yahanna,
Let Yahanna,
Michael, and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucer.
And kill all the heathen.
And kill all the
That
heathen
come up against us.
that come up against us.
Speak thy word.
As we speak thy words.
To be known.
Cause it to be known
By all.
that all.
That it is the angels.
That it is angels.
That has done it.
That has done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Throughout the media.
Throughout the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahanna Shah.
In the name of Yahanna.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, Shar. All right, if there's any brother or sister that wants to be anointed at this time, let it be known. You know, yeah, no sweat. No sweat. So, in the bond, go ahead and get it.
Come on, come.
Good. All right, no sweat. Are you ready? Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Washamaraka.
Washamaraka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panawa.
Al-Yakab.
Ayakah.
Wayakanka.
Wayakah.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panawa.
Al-Yakab.
Ayakah.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayasham.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Marak. Raba'ah.
Raba'ah.
Magan.
Magan. Magan.
Dawudah. By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
The water. Aman.
Aman.
What we just said is Yahweh will bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh will make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh will lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh shall bless, heal, shield, and protect. Son of Christ. All right.
Oh, you about to back, brother?
Yeah.
I want this one.
Close your mouth. All right, go give one courtesy salute to the. No, put it back. One courtesy salute to the men of Israel. All right, men of Israel, Amadium Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, all right, dismiss. One more thing, once you close that, I'll get another live up, because we got one more. No, we can do another. All right, one side Christ. All right, Shar, step up to the front. Trooper Shar, step up to the front, all right? All right, for everybody who's on live, who's viewing this right now, what y'all about to experience is a brother who did his due diligence and did all of the work that, okay, let me show it. Basically came into this school strong, you know what I'm saying, put in the work that he was supposed to put in, showed his diligence, you know what I'm saying, his love and his passion for this truth. And the brother came in as a strong trooper, and then turned around and took his test and passed his test, you know what I'm saying, which is an excellent job that he did, you know what I'm saying. So today, because of what he has done, we're going to raise this brother up to an officer of 50 in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And of course, with this thing that this raise that you're getting, this comes with a lot of responsibility. You understand? It's no more troop. You're not working as a trooper no more. You're going to hold an office, and you're going to have more responsibility, and there's no room for mistakes. Once you're given an officer of 50, you cannot make any mistakes. You understand? Now you have men who are going to hold you absolutely accountable for everything that you do. You understand? So take this right here as a an honorable thing, and don't abuse it at all. You understand?
Come on, sir.
All right. Anybody else wanted to speak on the brother real quick? You can go ahead.
With the brother, I don't want to bring it out. It's so heavy, man. You know, you coming into an officership, like you said, you about to make an oath before the Lord, before the men above you. You understand? Commander Yahanna has approved this rank, so you have to live up to the standards of the ISUPK and 1 West, and stand by this oath. You know what I mean? If there's any reason why you do not want to commit to this oath, then you should just let us know right now, because once you get this oil in your head and these prayers get said, you in here, brother. You understand? You in here, and it's a lot more responsibility, and with that responsibility comes, you know, more consequences. You know what I mean? When you don't follow through with them. So just know that this is a very big step, and we want to make sure this is something that you want to do.
Come on, sir.
Yeah, I'm right. All right, no sweat. All right, your life is over now, brother. Go ahead and give him the oil. Sorry, guys. All right. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Al Yakah.
Al Yakah.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Pan Yahweh.
Al Yakah.
Al Yakah.
Washamlaka.
Washamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan.
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 Shar. 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 Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahushua. The water.
The water.
Amen.
Amen.
What we just said was Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, and protect. That's it, brother. You're official officer of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. On sign of Christ.
You're right.
Good job.
Hey, good work, man. Good work. You deserve it.
Go out, sir.
Congratulations, huh?